From losing the competition against the person you bullied all season to facing karma for disrespecting Gordon Ramsay, here are the most satisfying downfalls in Hell's Kitchen history. Matt, Season 16. Starting with Season 16's Matt, who got rightfully humbled by Gordon after spending the entire season blaming his terrible cooking skills on everybody but himself. Matt's first victim was world-renowned chef Fred Morin, who gave his brutally honest thoughts on Matt's dish. You have 3 things that are alone on the plate. It's like people living together but not talking to each other at the dinner table while the TV is on and sadness is on the menu. However, all but Matt found his witty comment amusing. The judges don't even know what the expletive they're talking about. That's the problem. I'm a force to be reckoned with inside of a kitchen. I don't want to sit here and listen to these guys degrading me and talking. Expletive. Matt would continue to feel salty even after the challenge had long wrapped up. You're not going to sit here and degrade me every expletive day and think I'm going to sit here and listen to that expletive. I'm not the expletive one. Go. Okay, go. You know what? Fine, I'm packing my expletive and I'm out this go. But when his teammates dismissed his complaints, Matt took them to the big man himself. I felt like some of the dishes, what they were asking for is what they got. I brought in 2 experts today that were big successes with exotic meats. They're going to call it as they see it. If you feel that you can't compete, and you feel that you aren't good enough to win this, I'm not going to force you to stay, buddy. Yet Gordon's lecture would fall on deaf ears, as not only would Matt throw another tantrum, but he'd also do it right in front of the judges. During the Creative Sliders Challenge in Episode 10, everyone else made sliders as the name of the challenge suggests. But Matt decided he wanted to stand out by making shrimp rolls. However, Matt's attempt at being creative would backfire completely when the judges started schooling him instead. I'm from the East Coast, so a lobster roll is a lobster roll. And then a slider is something completely. I didn't say it was a lobster roll because it's made with shrimp, obviously. Is this a slide up? To me, it is, chef. To you, it's not. And Matt's stubbornness would reach its peak just moments later. Too spicy. The greens are kind of wilted and overdressed. I agree. A little too much heat for me. What the expletive did they know? That's why they're running burger joints. But Matt would promptly learn he should have accepted the judges' impromptu culinary lessons. Because later, during dinner service, Matt would completely overcook his lobster tail. And yet, despite being the one who was solely responsible for that mistake, Matt still found a way to pin the blame on his teammates. I look up, there's 4 people on the other side. At some point someone should have moved from hot apps. I need help. There was no communication. Was killing you with the eye. Should have had to communicate to the garnish. When the garnish is standing right there and she. Matt's immaturity frustrated his teammate Kimberly. It's always everybody else's fault but Matt. Take responsibility for your actions. Man up. Maybe he's like 12 and like a 26-year-old's body. I don't know. Fortunately for the red team, they wouldn't have to deal with Matt's massive ego any longer as Gordon proceeded to teach him a lesson he'd never forget. When things went badly tonight, the first thing you did was point fingers at everybody else. And you've got to understand that the only person to point at is you. And what Matt said next would make his elimination all the more deserved. Chef Ramsay is an expletive. If I was on the street right now and he came up to me with that same expletive, I'd expletive him up point blank. Part 3, Russell, Season 8. Much like Matt, this next chef also made alarming threats against anyone who dared to cross him. And he'd end up paying the price for it right in front of his entire family. One such case of Russell's aggressive behavior happened in Episode 5 of Season 8. The blue team were helping a group of high school kids decorate the dining room as part of their punishment when out of nowhere, Russell suddenly starts seeing red. I'm not doing this for my 15 minutes of fame. I'm doing this for a expletive career. So step off, wait, watch your language. Watch my language. I'm a grown-ass man, and things got so heated that they needed another adult to intervene. Hey guys, come on. These are clients of Hell's Kitchen. Stop being disrespectful. Get on with the job. Get it done and show a little bit of respect. All right. Unfortunately, Russell's temper would only get significantly worse as the show progressed. In fact, when he almost gets booted out thanks to teammate Trev's nomination, Russell immediately hits the gym. You need to talk to me about this. Whatever. Meanwhile, this only made his teammates even more convinced that they were watching. Russell dig his own grave. And sure enough, Russell wouldn't waste any time proving them right because by episode 13, Russell had completely gone out of control. If you talked to me like you talked to me before about that salmon, I would have slapped the expletive out of you. If you ever think you can cop an attitude like that with me, best believe you're going to catch one to the side of your expletive head. And Russell's meltdown rattled the whole room. Russ going off on Trev like that was absolutely uncalled for. Russell's definitely nervous for elimination. However, karma would soon catch up to Russell, as he would end up fulfilling his teammates' prophecy in a way that would destroy everything he's ever worked for. It happened during the final showdown. Between Russell and Nona, both chefs were on track to finish their services, strong until Rob from Russell's brigade started falling behind. But when it became clear that Rob couldn't bounce back on time, Russell had no choice but to seal his fate once and for all. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh no. Hey, just get the expletive working. Unsurprisingly, Russell ended up losing the competition to Nona. But Russell, being the person that he is, still refused to take accountability for his actions. I chose the team that I wanted, and I thought they would help me win. And in fact, they helped me lose. So, thanks a lot, guys. You will never get a job in any city I work. I'm going to definitely blackball you guys, cause you guys, expletive me so royally. Part 4, Elise, Seasons 9 and 17. While Russell's temper cost him everything, infamous Chef Elise would end up in tears after getting owned not once but twice by her own victim. From the moment she arrived in Season 9, Elise turned the competition into a living nightmare for everyone around her, constantly picking dow fights with other contestants and even with sous chef Andy. I'm here. You're here. Get it straight. Hello, I heard you. You're so expletive disrespectful. And because of Elise's toxic attitude, almost all of her teammates already wanted her gone by the 4th episode. Elise, Jeff, Cooper, who would you have dropped? Elise as well. Jennifer, who would you drop? Elise, Gina, Elise, Jeff, Natalie,